welcome to What Are We Screaming About? I am here with Blanca Lopez, who is a mom, a sports mom, in particular, a soccer mom. And we're going to show something later on because when she came walking in today, her purse, soccer mom, 100%. First of all, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, let's get into it because your son is 10 years old, correct?
Correct.
Um,
Wait, no, I'm sorry. He just turned 11.
he's 11 years old.
January.
Okay. Oh, well, 2026. All right.
Yeah.
So he's 11 years old,
11.
been playing club soccer. Why did you, at a young age, because he's been doing it a couple of years now?
Yes, I believe we got here when he was 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 8, so almost 3 years. So what got you into club soccer?
Well, we started at Lab 5, where they just show him the basics of soccer, and then we went to PYSL. And basically, his coach there, and I noticed that he was ready for a bigger challenge, in better training, also, as in um, more. Let me start that over, Archie. And like that. What? How? Cause how can I explain that? It's like,
Well,
cause
it's
now I feel like I'm dissing like the park coaches.
no, not at all.
Yeah.
You wanted, I mean, not at all. I mean,
Yeah.
we start out recreationally, right?
Yeah. Right.
And then we want to advance to a little bit more challenging, if you will.
Challenging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's more of a challenge. So no, that's not dissing anybody at all. You know,
Okay.
we all have to start somewhere, right?
Right. Right.
And so it's the progression, like I talk about academics. You know, you start with, you know, multiplication, then you move on to, you know, geometry, calculus, all those types of things. So no, not at all.
Okay.
You just wanted more of a challenge for your son.
Yes.
But with that said, the challenge for him as an athlete, have there been challenges with parents? Do you find that the level of play with club, does that bring out maybe a different side of parents?
Well, actually, no. I think the Wild Wild West is worse at the park.
Oh wow, okay.
But
You called it the Wild Wild West.
that's the
Okay.
Wild Wild West. I thought it was more of a lot of screaming at the park. There's a lot that goes on in club soccer as well,
Right.
though, that I've noticed.
Yeah. Well, and you know, the title of the show is "What Are We Screaming About?" What are people screaming about, in your opinion, on the sidelines? What infuriates parents the most? Is it coaching? Is it refereeing? What is it?
Well, I've seen that certain parents don't let the coach coach. So they're yelling, they're trying to coach their kids over the coach. And then that is like a friction between the coach and the parents because they're not letting him coach. So then the kid is looking at the parents and the coach, and he's like confused. And then the parents argue with the ref.
Wow. But that's confused. Let's go back to that because you're absolutely right. It's confusing. I
Yeah.
mean, Valentino, your son, started 8 years old in club soccer. So if you have a kid at 8 years old trying to learn the game, trying to perfect his skills, but yet you have parents screaming and yelling at the kid can't listen to the coach. Could you imagine that in a classroom? Could you imagine parents sitting in the back of your son's English class and they're screaming, no, right this way, no.
Yeah.
So why do we do it in sports?
I actually did hear a coach say that the other day. They're like, you don't go inside your classroom and tell the teacher, that's not how my son does this or that. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for some reason, we do that with sports.
Right.
And in particular, you know, you look around the country. I was just discussing with someone the other day that I saw in the news in Pennsylvania that an assistant coach and father got into an altercation at a second grade game, got in a fight, got arrested at a second grade game. What is going on with that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think for me, it's important that the kids just play. And I'm more of a, I don't say much.
Yeah.
He knows I'm a loud, I mean, he knows I'm supporting, but I clap and cheer. I'm not a big, not even like, go, go, go sometimes.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I keep it cute and put it on mute.
Yeah. Keep it cute, put it on mute.
Because I think that when I was an athlete as a child, I mean, I didn't get to club soccer or anything like that. I didn't like hearing my parents yell at me at all. I wanted them to be quiet.
Yes.
So I kind of put myself in his shoes.
Because we're losing the term, in my opinion, we're losing the term spectator. A
Yeah.
spectator comes, watches, cheers. Now and it's just my opinion, a lot of parents are coaches or want to be coaches. They
Yeah.
don't want to be the spectator and say, hey, way to go, you did a good
Yeah.
job. It's more criticizing coaching their kids, criticizing referees. And that's the reason why we wanted to do this podcast, because we just want people to think. Think about yourself the next time you go to a game. Do you want to be that parent who's screaming, yelling, and being obnoxious?
Yeah.
Or do you want to support your child and let them play?
Correct. I will say though, I do like the positive parents that are loud, that bring the noise.
Cheering.
Yes, I like that. I don't want you to like be dead
That's
silent.
spectator.
Yeah.
Yes.
But cheering, I love very like there's a couple moms on our team that are really fun and they're really loud, they're laughing, but it's
Yes.
positive energy. And the
Because-
kids like it too.
Right, because you can't
You're cheering.
confuse
Yeah.
being a spectator with
With-
being a wannabe coach.
Right.
Because to me, the way I feel is if you're yelling instructions to your kids or you're not trusting your coach, then you don't trust your coach. Leave that team,
Yeah.
because you're not trusting that your child is getting what you want them to get. I mean,
Yeah.
does that make sense?
Right.
I mean, I've been at games where you've been at games, and I know one in particular. I saw you and we chatted. How the parents were just going at your son's coach from the opposing team. And we were talking that day, and really it's one of the reasons why it sparked this and this podcast was, what is wrong with people on a Saturday morning at 8 a.m.
Angry.
angry, wanting to fight
Yeah.
at 8 a.m. at a 10-year-old soccer game. And I know you and we were just like, didn't know what to do.
Right. I don't even know why they get so upset either, because nothing that you yell at the ref is gonna change the result of anything. Anyways, so I feel like you're wasting time anyway to argue or yell,
Yeah.
because they're just gonna give you a red card. If I was the ref, I'd tell you, get out of here.
Yeah.
That's it.
And again, I'm not trying to come off perfect here.
No,
at
of
all,
course.
Because,
Yeah.
we're not perfect. We all scream and yell and do those types of things. But again, it really boils down to what you said, the anger. There are some parents, coaches that come with such anger to a game, even the way that they speak to the children. And I call them children.
They are
because at 8
children.
years old, they're children
Yeah.
out there trying to play a child's game. And it gets so crazy intense.
Yeah.
Well, do you think a lot of that has to do with because you pay? When you're playing in a travel team, a club sport, you're paying money. So do you think that gets parents a little bit more riled up because they know they're paying and you're paying?
In my opinion, no. Maybe, but I don't think so, because like I said, the toxic parents are at the park too.
Yeah.
And they're not, I mean, they are paying, but not club soccer fees. That's just, I don't know if it's something that they saw growing up and it's continuing.
Yeah.
I will say I am a proud Latina, but Latinos are actually very, te voy a pegar con la chancla, órale. But that's how they motivate
Exactly.
them.
I know exactly
It's
what
like-
you said.
It's like positive and negative at the same time,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they grew up hearing stuff like that. But I don't know.
Yeah, but come on. Again, you're talking about maybe an 8-year-old, a 10-year-old on a Saturday morning, win or lose. Is it that big of a deal?
No. And actually, when we went to State Cup, we were losing, and the coach on the opposing team got a red card. Imagine if he was winning.
Wow. It doesn't make sense.
He was upset that I don't know. It's like, sir, you're already winning. So what's the point of all this screaming?
But does it take the fun out of it?
Well, we should ask a child. But for me, yeah, I feel like it's unnecessary. But I think that children get stressed out, and then they don't. If that's their parent, I think that embarrasses them.
Absolutely.
I think so.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
at some of these games that you see going on around the country, and parents are being arrested, handcuffed at games. Yeah, that would be embarrassing for your child.
Yeah.
And so those are the things that we need to take a look at. Someone said, one of the guests on the podcast said, um, the little eyes are always watching. And so when the little eyes are watching and they see mom or dad fighting, physically fighting, being handcuffed, being taken off in a police car, I would think that that child might not want to do it anymore.
Right. Yeah, you're like motivating them to like not want to do it.
Absolutely. And so I go back to with youngers, don't they want to have fun? Olders, don't we all just want to have
Yeah.
fun?
Yeah.
It's a game that we love. We're going to show your purse, but you came in with this purse today that is a soccer ball because it makes you feel good. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So let's not take that away from the game. Let's
Right.
allow you as mom to enjoy. Let's allow your son, who's 11. We're going to see if we can get Valentino to come on camera. He's over there, sitting over there, so maybe we can get Valentino on. But, at the end of the day, it is fun.
It's very fun.
So when you're playing, club soccer, travel, whatever it may be, in this case, soccer, what do you think and what are you? Let's start with you first. What are you looking for putting money into this? I know that Valentino has a private trainer.
Mm-hmm.
Putting money into that. What's your end game here? What are you looking for your son?
Well, also, by the way, I didn't know about like private training and anything until I got into club soccer, where they also say, if your son needs extra work,
Yeah.
these things are available. So I've been learning as I go,
Yeah.
and it has helped a lot. The what I would like, I mean, for him to go to a good school, a better school, hopefully with soccer opportunities, since he's very passionate about it. I would like college. He wants to go pro, but both are good in my opinion. That's my goal.
Well, that's the goal.
That he gets to do what he loves to do in the profession.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it could be newscasting. You never know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's good because the percentages are small, as we know, to become a professional athlete.
Of course.
It's great to have that goal. It's great to have that dream. But again, enjoying yourself, enjoying what you're doing. I know he does because I see him and he enjoys what he does. And I know you're trying to provide all you can for him. But when you talk about paying for trainers and people are saying, hey, your child may need extra work or whatever that may be, does it start to separate us, though, the haves and the have-nots? Because what if you don't have the resources to have a private trainer?
That is true, but now there's also so many videos on YouTube that you can do yourself or you could share. For instance, like some people that don't have the resources, we tell them I record videos and I send them to them and they can do it at home. A lot of things don't need to be about money.
Well, that's great.
Because I don't have the money for it all the time either.
Yeah,
So
and that's great. And there you go. You found another avenue of videos and that type of thing. But
all this TikTok and everything, you got to use it.
Yeah.
YouTube school, TikTok school.
Yeah. But I bring it up because in this country, we get accused often of pay to play.
Right.
That maybe it's not always the best talent that makes the U.S. national team or, plays in the university level. It's pay to play. So those that don't have the financial resources maybe are getting pushed aside. So it's good to hear that, and listen to that out there, YouTube, videos that you can do it on your own. I talk about just going to the park and playing with kids.
Yeah.
Playing pickup games. You know what I mean? So that's good to hear that there's some other avenues because it worries me that entitlement,
Right.
pay to play. If you don't have the money, you can't play. Obviously, things are getting tougher in society. Gas prices are going up like crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like, do I put gas in my car or do I send my kid to private lessons?
And there's also good and bad private lessons because the first one I had was overpriced. I felt I did not get $100 for the hour. That's what it was.
Wow.
I didn't know better. Exactly. So thank God I knew better not to go back. But it was things he already knew.
Yeah.
Drills he already knew. And then now his coach, Coach Miguel, he doesn't charge that. and he knows about a lot of people
Yeah.
situations, and he's really good because he's a coach here too, and he definitely teaches them things that uh, the other private coaches were just. I feel like that's paid, but oh, they're just using their time to be here, and that's
Yeah.
it. You're paying for their time, not them teaching your kid anything.
$100 an hour.
It's crazy.
So,
Which I
and
heard
know
is the most people pay. I mean, not most. The minimum.
the
A lot
minimum.
of people are
Oh
paying.
yeah, oh yeah. I'm hearing 250, 300 an hour.
Oh yeah, no.
And so let's look at that. Obviously, the sport is important. We want you want your child to be the best that he can be at soccer. Um, and this is not trying to get into your business,
Oh, of course.
but are you putting out $100, $200 an hour for academic tutors?
Exactly. No, because it's one or the other. So he goes to at his school. They do provide tutoring, but yeah, that's what I would like to spend money on as well because it's not the same. It's a virtual tutor. It's not an in person tutor. That's
Okay.
not helping them, and that actually is very. It's exactly.
Because yeah,
It's a lot.
I bring that up because uh, to me, especially working in high school, it is education based athletics.
Right.
And in my opinion, we're losing some of the education
Yeah.
because it is becoming so prevalent that you need a private trainer for your sport. You need to travel with your sport. Traveling. I mean, hey, we're going to play in San Diego or we're going to play in Vegas.
Yeah.
Well, travel,
Yeah.
gas, flight, whatever you do,
Hotel.
hotels, food. And it used to be just for the weekend. Now you're starting to see some of these tournaments all week long.
Yeah.
And I don't understand. How do families go for an entire week putting out all that money at 10, 11 years old for what? To win a trophy?
Yeah.
I mean, why do it?
Well, I will say it's fun,
Okay.
but
Is it fun for you
it
or
is-
it's fun for him?
it's for both of us.
Okay.
We love tournaments. Granted, we don't go all the time, but we do love tournaments. We both love tournaments, and for my situation, I'm blessed that I have another friend that she's not married, so we share.
Oh, good.
We carpool.
You make it work.
We make it work.
You
That's
make
what
it
I'm
work.
saying. I don't got to sell all my business, but yeah, we make it work.
Good.
And I don't know about everybody else's situations, but I'm pretty much assuming that if you're not wealthy, you're putting debt in your credit card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Putting debt on your credit card.
More stress as well.
Stress too.
But
'cause you
they're
gotta
trying
pay
to
off
make it
that
work.
debt.
Who cares? Yeah.
But you're charging up your credit card to chase after possibly a scholarship for college. But what if you just saved that money and didn't put it on your credit card? Then you could pay for your child's college.
I think they're going all in. They're believing. So you
It's
better
presti-
do it. Yeah.
Come on, we know it. It's prestigious. You
Yeah.
know, we stand at the water cooler at work, and it's nice to say, "Hey, my child got a scholarship. My child's playing at X university." Yeah, that feels good. That's normal. That feels good. But on the flip side, when you see yourself keep going into more debt and opening up another credit card so you can go to the tournament, in Colorado, and now we got to open up another credit card so we can go to Vegas. It's wild to me.
Yeah.
It's wild. And again, I bring this up and I'm involved in it. I'm not trying to be perfect, but it's very different than when my son played club soccer.
Oh, okay.
It's very different. I don't think I'm trying to think. I don't think he maybe once or twice he went to a private trainer, but it's almost now to me a prerequisite. If you're going to play club soccer, you're going to have a personal trainer. If you're going to play club soccer, travel basketball, whatever it is, you're going to travel, and you're going to spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's going back to parents crazed on the sidelines. They want a return on their investment.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Because if you're investing all that money and your team doesn't win on Saturday morning, it doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
If your child doesn't get that scholarship or your child isn't getting the playing time, we start yelling at the coach because you just think, I just put out this week 2 lessons, private lessons. That's $200. Now we just put out another 500 for travel. And my son's sitting on the bench.
Yeah, there is a lot of people that think about it that way. I have noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
noticed that.
Come on, coach. You're frustrated because you just put out X amount of dollars and there sits your kid.
But there's also what I say. If my kid is enjoying this and he wants to be here every day, then okay, you're getting your investment back because he wants to come. And then there's parents that I see, I don't think that kid wants to be here at all. You're forcing them to be here.
Right.
Like at practice, he's fooling around, and then you expect him to get playing time, and he doesn't get it. And then you go up to the coach, and there's a problem right there. And he's like, well, he wasn't here for 2 days of the practice, or, you expect him to start and get.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I see that a lot too. But because if I saw that my son just is not interested anymore, there's no more private coach. There's no more. It's at like how high his interest is, and so far he hasn't lost interest, because that would be sad too. I have seen kids that come very like full of energy and then they lose it little by little. Yeah,
A lot of that is burnout.
yeah, that is too.
Because again, there's not really a period of, and I'm old school, but there's not really a period of where you take a break. It's year round.
Yeah,
It is year round. And it's keeping up with the Joneses, so to speak. If you see that team is going to 5 tournaments in the past 2 months and your team's only done 1, well, you're looking at them going, well, coach, why aren't we doing that? Coach, why aren't we doing that? And guess what? If your coach says, well, I only want to do 1, now we're living in the age of, well, I'm leaving your team.
Oh.
I'm going to another team. I'm going to that team that does 5 tournaments. It's very interesting, and it wasn't that way. And so I'm saying all of this because at the end of the day, my opinion, it's for the kids. It's for the kids to have fun. The parents get to know one another.
Yeah.
The parents kind of like to go away on a lot of these tournaments, right?
Yeah, they take it. It's our vacation because we don't go anywhere else for the most part. That's our time to go somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, let's see, where can we go now?
Yeah. Miami. No,
right. There's a tournament,
No,
but even out of the country.
Yeah.
And again, I think that's great. I mean, I think when you can travel, it is great.
Yeah.
I know for my son, he had a chance to travel to Argentina and play, to Italy and play when he was a soccer player. And that was really cool. I went, it was great. That was great.
Did you see Messi?
Yeah. We want to keep it fun, and that stuff is cool. That's great. But, the point I'm trying to make is that just the travel for the kids, it becomes a lot. Travel for the kids can become a lot because we want to make sure they're keeping their academics up, but also financially.
Oh, yeah.
That can be a burden. Yeah. If you could change one thing about, and soccer in this instance, but club soccer, what is one thing as a parent, as a mom, that maybe you would want to see changed?
I would change the age, I guess, the entry level of age, because I've seen that the youngest actually that are here, which would be, I don't know, 2017s or what? No, 2018s.
19s, yeah.
Yeah.
6-year-olds, yeah.
They're by far the most toxic group of parent level. I'm not saying like in this club, just in general.
Yeah.
They're the most demanding, that they want to go to tournaments in Las Vegas. Why, ma'am?
At 6?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm sorry, but that to me is too young for kids to like be stressed out. Yeah. They're going to be burnt out by the time they're 9, for sure.
But see, you mentioned the park in the very beginning.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with recreational athletics.
No, I loved it. We were there for a year too.
Yes.
We went. I have enjoyed every step of like the journey. I'm not in a rush. A lot of people are in a rush. That's the problem.
Thank you.
They want to get to like, I barely learned about elite flight. I was like, oh, I thought it was 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Now I'm learning, oh God, there's more to this.
There's this.
Yeah.
There's all the leagues that have the little initials.
Yeah, I feel like people are in a rush and I don't know for what.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what for. Enjoy your
They
kids.
grow up too fast, and that's my thing.
Enjoy
Like,
your
they could
kids.
stay
Enjoy
the
them.
age. Yeah.
Because my kids, it just seemed like it went like that.
Yeah.
And they were done playing youth sports. And to me, that was the most gratifying was watching them play t-ball or watching them play basketball and trying to get the ball up to the hoop.
So cute.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. And with these babies, I've seen they're trying to make them mini professionals
Whew.
at a little. Oh, because Messi. Okay,
Yeah.
that's different. He was in Argentina, like playing
Yeah,
in this. Yeah.
it's very different. And I just keep saying fun, fun, preaching fun, fun, because I see, working in high school sports, I see burnout.
Yeah.
I see the burnout and I see it quickly. And I see it a lot of times too, specializing, because kids are specializing at 6. And you're just a soccer player, you're just a basketball player. Well, if they want and they show an interest in other sports, let them do it.
Right.
Let them do it. If they show an interest in horseback riding, let them
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. So I'm the manager for my son's team, right?
Right,
And
right.
I told one of the parents, honestly, I was like, no disrespect in my opinion. I think your son wants to be like a scientist. He's always picking up bugs at games. It's very cute.
Yeah.
He's like messing with nature.
Yeah.
He doesn't care what's going on in the soccer game at all. Because I sit on the bench with the coach and he's not, he's like, hello, Earth to so and so. And he's like, okay. But he's like literally
Loves it.
showing you flowers. And I think that's his passion.
Yeah.
You could see it.
But I wonder if that parent would put the same type of resources into
that, right?
science camp or
Exactly.
something like that, versus the $100, $200 an hour for a trainer. Wow, it's interesting. Well, I've watched you and I see how you do things with your son. I see you on the sideline. Yes, you cheer. I've never seen you going nutso and losing your mind. Do you think, because you are a calmer parent, what do you think it would look like if you went to a parent, not necessarily your team, but maybe a team that's in the same club or whatever, people and you would say, hey, bring it down a little bit. Just let your kid play. What do you think that parent would do?
I have said it before.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I have. It depends. They ignore me or they just say, okay.
Yeah. Because this podcast is to make people aware. Mm-hmm. And we want to make sure that we get this out to everyone. Again, not trying to be perfect, not trying to be holier than thou, not trying to be that at all. Just think.
Yeah. But mind you, they're going to send you those memes, Archie, where we're going to do it anyway. You could try to tell them, but they're like, we're going to do it. That's what sucks. It's like, you could tell them, but one day they'll listen, and then one day they go back.
They're going to do it anyway.
Thing. Yeah.
And you know what? Their kid might be the one that quits at 12.
Exactly.
And says, I don't want to do this anymore because mom and dad are out of control. And I don't want to do it anymore. And then what? Then what? Do you look at your child as a failure because they don't want to play anymore?
Yeah.
But mom and dad need to take a look at themselves in the mirror.
Yeah, well, you can tell when the kids, when they look at their parents instead of looking at the coach.
Woo,
when they do something that they think they made a mistake.
Yep.
Though you could tell that is already affecting them.
Yeah. So do you think, because I'm going to bring him in here in a second. Get ready, Valentino. I'm going to bring you in. He said, no. Can I at least give you a shirt on camera, Valentino?
He said, yeah.
No, I won't do that to you. I won't. You guys, when you get in the car after a game, what's that conversation look like or sound like?
I just ask him first, did he enjoy the game? Did he have fun? In his terms, who was cooking? And they said, who was selling? That's a way of saying, who you think needed improvement or whatever, more positive. I mean, kids I feel like my kid is comfortable because he will be a little chatterbox. It is not good. I don't know. I don't like to fully pressure the whole thing because practice is when I'm more you need to go hard in practice, as in give it your all. And then for games, it's more it's showtime. We just want to watch.
Yep.
Practices, I'm like, you better be the first of the line of the running.
He's out there smiling. He's cooking. He's like,
mommy is selling.
Well, thank you.
He's being
You know,
silly.
thank you. I just want to
You're
have some
welcome.
parents on this podcast just to talk because I do want to get, we talk about it a lot. We just want to get different opinions from parents with their children and where they are because I'm growing fearful
Yeah.
with the intensity, the fights that happen. What are we chasing? Is it the college NIL deals? Is it the pro contracts? What is it that we're chasing? Because the intensity, and I've said this to you before, there's times I don't like going to youth games. My heart is racing at a 6-year-old game.
Right.
My heart is racing because of the intensity, the screaming, the yelling. And it's like, if that's doing that to me as a grown adult, what is it doing to those other 6-year-olds?
Yeah.
And it makes me nervous. It makes me nervous. So folks, let your kids have fun. Let them enjoy. Yes, if you have the resources, provide it. If you don't have the resources, figure it out, you know.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, let your kids have fun. Just let them have
Let
fun.
them play.
Just let them play,
Yeah.
right? Just let them play.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for coming on.
Thank you
Valentino.
for having me.
I'm going to bring you on for a shirt, Valentino. You don't have to say a word. Just come on and get your What Are We Screaming About shirt. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Valentino right here. Put that on there. Come here, Valentino. Give him a smile. Give him a smile. What are we screaming about, huh? Good luck to you, buddy. You keep working hard. Your mom's
Say
doing a
thank
great
you.
job. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You got it, Valentino.
Thank
We're
you.
out.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, before we get out, let's see that purse real quick.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Listen,
yeah.
yes, can you please, Valentino, can you get that purse for your mom?
Yes,
Because
please.
this is the ultimate soccer mom. She came walking in. Grab that, Valentino. Look at this. She came walking in with the Adidas soccer ball purse. I mean, you can't get any better than that, right? Look at mom's purse. That's cooking right there, baby. That's cooking.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Blanca. We
Thank you,
appreciate
guys.
it. We're out.